think, as you know, we've got a UAB team coming in here that's, to be honest with you, they're a very scary team. They're a dangerous team that's got the talent on their football team, as they showed last week against Central Florida in the conference. It's the same team a year ago against Southern Miss and beat Southern Miss. So, when you watch them on film, you wonder why they are what they are, why they only have one game, because they're extremely skilled athletes. The quarterback, Jonathan Perry, is given a shot in the arm, and everybody thinks that the first start he had was against Central Florida. He started there, and he's played a lot throughout the year. And he's got a lot of experience through the year, and he has gave him a shot. Throw the ball vertical down the field. They've taken right at 50 shots vertical down the field in the last 5 games. So we've got to be able to defend that, and that's going to be a great challenge for us.
Of course, never want to overlook a team, but how much did that UCF result kind of maybe reanalyze your guys' focus? They had this.
Our team needs to understand right now, if you look over anybody, what we can beat. We're not that good football team. We got to take every team, like it is our, we got to play them one at a time. And as I said, if we don't prepare every day and every week for every team we play, we're not going to win. We're not at that point. And our kids need to understand that. You mentioned them beating Central Florida. Hopefully a lot of our kids watch that, and that's got to help us. But we sure can't get better than that.
So is that good or bad that UAB beats UCF because it maybe gives them a little confidence and swagger coming in here? But
probably, for their part, it's probably good because they know now that they can be a good football team, and they did. And they'll give them confidence coming in here. And like I said, we've got to play extremely well for us to win this football game. They have very good practice starting today for that to happen.
It really kind of, kids have short memories. Coaches, that you guys got to see the game and thought, oh wow, they're better than they thought.
Well, I don't think there's any question. And again, hopefully, if our kids understand what kind of team they got coming in here, because they are very skilled. You watch them play, they're a skilled bunch. Those receivers they have ran by Central Florida, ran by Mississippi State. If they made some plays, if they caught some of those balls in that Central Florida game, it wouldn't have been as close as it was.
That seems like the most amazing thing is how often they were able to get behind UCF's entire secondary.
And they didn't make plays. If they made those plays, it wouldn't come down to the field goal at the end to win it. They won prior to that. And, so they do have some kids that can, at number one, can fly, and they got some players that can play. Like I say, the quarterback seems to give him a spark because he can beat you with his feet, but he's also accurate throwing down the field, so he creates some problems for us.
I mean, that makes putting pressure on him even more important than the way they like to go vertical.
There's no question. And, when you put pressure on him, they're going to get him. And, because when you do that, you're putting that guy on an island. There's some moment you're putting that corner on an island out there, he's got to recover him. So you can't do it's like anything else. You can't pressure all the time. You got to mix things up. And Rick has done a nice job throughout the year doing that. Make sure we continue that.
You know, all the seniors too, don't
They do. Offensive line, 4 to 5 are seniors. And they've got 7 starters back on defense. A lot of guys that played against us a year ago. And like I say, you look at them on tape and you wonder why but then you look at their schedule. And, they play Mississippi State, they play 2 SEC teams. They play Tulsa, which is an excellent football team. And they played an excellent schedule. And with the exception of Tulane, which got out of hand a little bit on them, they played everybody else tough. Mississippi State was tough right there to the end, and all the rest of the games. And Tulsa was winning the 4th quarter was a close game, so they played everybody extremely tough.
The thing that seems so amazing watching that game was if you didn't know they were 0-6, you would have never dreamed of it because they were playing so hard from throughout the game.
Well, Neil's done a great job of keeping those guys playing, and it's the way they played last year too. I mean, of course, last year we played and they were still had the opportunity to go to the bowl, and they still do now. One of the kids said they're going to win the last 5 and go to a bowl. I mean, that's their mindset right now. Somebody mentioned what Central Florida, that's what Central Florida win did for them. It kept their hopes alive. You know what I mean? So they'll come in here and they'll play extremely hard.
How big was it this past week to get Troy and Tay involved in the offense a little bit?
Well, it was great to get that offense going a little bit. And I felt that, offensively we did some good things. Unfortunately, we didn't win the game, which is the most important thing. But I thought the offense grew up a little bit in that game, and I thought some individual players grew up a little bit. And we got to continue to get better offensively.
AJ seemed to take a huge step throwing the ball just from one week to the next. Did you see that?
There's no question he did. From game 1 to game 2, and you talk, as coach speaks, so to say, you talk all the time about how the team improves the most from game 1 to game 2. Well, AJ kind of did that. I mean, from the first game he started with the second game, you saw. Felt like he made great strides, and he's got to continue to do that in game 3. And I want to see him continue
case where just the light goes on, or he's a gamer? I mean, how do you characterize?
I don't think anybody's a gamer. I don't believe that. I think you prepare during the week and you get it done in practice, and it carries over into the games. And that being said, he did. I mean, he played better, and for whatever reason, he practiced better. Probably the best day of practice he's had since I've been here was Sunday, and that was after the game he had. You just see him start to get more confident in what he's doing, the way he carries himself, and that type of thing. And that needs to continue.
Is this his team now, or is Rakeem still in this mix?
I think they're both. I mean, as long as he plays well, it's his team. If he continues to play like he's going to play, then it's his team.
It appeared you guys were calling the audibles from the sidelines. I don't know if you've done that. It was just more noticeable, I thought, in that game. Is that something like take a little pressure off AJ?
No, we've done that all along. We've done some things all along like that. We'll continue to do that. That's something that's happened most of the entire year.
How's the psyche of your defense, Coach, after Saturday?
They're all right. I mean, these kids. I mean, one thing I like about this team is they've done everything we asked them to do. I mean, we meet at 6 a.m. this morning. There's not one guy late. Everybody's done exactly what we tell them to do. They work extremely hard. They come every day to go to work. And that's what this team's been doing all year. And we have to continue to do that because we've got to have a great week this week.
Martin Ward, why was he not dressed on Saturday?
He had a stomach deal.
Okay.
He woke up Saturday morning. He had pains. He thought it was a spleen issue or something. He had tested the hospital yesterday and all came back negative. So he's going to be fine. But the doctors ruled him out. They thought he had some issue with his spleen or something. They didn't think it was.
Coach, you talked about last year when you finished pretty strong, winning 4 of your last 6. Do you use that message this season too?
Well, I mean, we just felt like, a year ago we finished well, and we have to finish well again. And, I haven't really talked about how we won X number of games out of the last 4. I've just talked about getting better every week and playing one at a time. Because, the thing I've talked about this week is we got to put every ounce of energy we got into preparing for this game because we get 2 weeks to catch our breath. And I think the one thing that this team's been asked to do, that probably you all can give me the answer to this, there's probably not another team in the conference been asked to go 9 straight weeks. And we haven't had a break since August 1. And it's important that we put every ounce of energy we have into this week because we have 2 weeks to catch our breath. So the only thing we're concerned about right now is doing the best job we can possibly do as coaches and players and everybody involved, being the best prepared football team we can be for Saturday because we're not going to be. And after Saturday, we catch our breath and find out, take a couple of days to catch our breath and finish up the last 3 games. But we've got to put every ounce of energy we have into this game.
Problems with short yardage plays. How are you going to address that? Are you going to try to get the ball in AJ's hands more? Or?
We've got to be able to get a yard at some point. We have to address it. I'm going to tell you how we're going to address it because I'm going to tell you the UAB how we're going to address it. But we have to at some point be able to get a yard. And I agree with you. We have to, whatever that is. We have to fix that issue and find a way to get a yard and work a string yard and get that done.
Is Aaron Dobson okay, Doc?
Yeah. He's been practiced last week. Was the first week he's practiced in about a month. I thought it should have been Saturday.
Well, it didn't seem like he played as much in the second half. That's why I asked. I didn't know.
We had some of those other guys that, that's the way I want it to be. I want the Jazz Kings of the world and Aaron, Bonner, Wayne Bonner went in and played some plays, made a couple of plays. And that's when I want those guys to play more people. So when Aaron's number is called, he's fresh, he can make a play. But Aaron played extremely well. And, we got to do a better job. We got to do a good job as coaches of getting the ball in that kid's hands because he can make plays.
Do you think Trayvon's eventually getting this all a little bit more flashy?
I thought he was as healthy Saturday as he's been all year, and he looked, when we practiced Sunday, he ran around better than he has in about a month or 2, so I think he can start getting more healthy.
A couple times he showed a little spark,
He
didn't
did.
he? What you hope for.
And you all saw him in the spring. Not in the spring, you saw him early in fall when he hadn't been himself all year, and I think he's getting closer to that.
What was bothering him?
He's got, I won't get into it, it's not, he's got a couple, things with possibly a hernia or something.
About your overall health? I mean, Tillman was able to go most of the game, and that's got to help.
Yeah, Tillman went most of the game, and even C.J. Wood went in and played. I thought second half, I know in the second half we got Jeffries and we got Lovell in there. Those guys have to continue to play more, and but we're we don't have everybody healthy, but I don't think we're any different this week than we were last week. I think by the time the game rolls around, everybody will be there.
So you dressed and traveled DJ there. Is there still a plan to get him in this year?
I mean, our deal is if he can play and play a lot, he'll play. But, I think I mentioned last week, I don't want to, not that special teams are important because they are, but I don't want to run in. I don't want the end of the year to look up and the kids play 15 plays and I'm kicking myself in the tail for playing. If he's going to go out these last, 4 to 5 games and play 30 snaps and, game and be ready, then it's worth it. But it's not worth it to me to waste a year. Unless that kid can actually, and we'll know that if he's ready to play this week. He's ready to play on defense. Biggest issue I can't put that kid out there not prepared to play. I can't do that. He's missed so much. It's hard, but he's getting better. Getting closer.
Is this the end point that you would like to play him by?
I'm not sure. We've got one thing after this week. We have 2 weeks. We'll make that decision at that time. But I'd like to get him in this week if we can. I'd like to. He's going to do it. I'd like to do it this week.
Will you shoot your guys out after this game, recruiting wise, and get some time on the road?
And we're not going to be concerned about that this week. But they'll leave on Sunday. They'll all be in their area Sunday. We'll recruit Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and I'll be here with the coordinators and do a thing with the kids. And we'll be back on Wednesday.
Are you concerned? I mean, Houston kind of had the same success Ohio did with that quick free stretch drop, and kind of negates the.
Yeah, the thing Houston did to us, and I don't know if we're on Houston, but look on, but we got out athleted in space. Pretty simple. I mean, we had guys in position to make plays, we couldn't make them. Simple as that. And that's an excellent football team, but. I said before, last year Houston had those same athletes that we played against. They had the same offensive line. They won 5 games and they go to the bowl because that guy taking the snap wasn't there.